Hi guys, Kleaguenglish here. We're a couple of weeks away from the 2023 K-League season, so I thought we'd put together some previews. We're going to make this into a podcast as well as on the YouTube. We're going to reference some of the stuff on the Buy Me a Coffee website and the Substack that we've started, and stay tuned for that podcast as well. We're going to break down the teams that are going to be competing in this year's league. We're going to break it down into contenders first. And we all know the top two teams in the league. They've been fighting out for the past couple of years. And we're going to include another team today, which might surprise a few. We're going to reference that transfer, kind of who won the transfer market article that we did on our Substack first. We're going to start with the champions. Ulsan won the league for the first time in 17 years in 2022. Ulsan are on a team that play on the East Coast in Korea. The Harangi, the Tigers, they've got an inflatable tiger at their stadium. They play kind of 4-2-3-1. There's some rumors about they're possibly going to switch to a back three this year, maybe in the summer, when Jang Hyun-soo is expected to arrive from Saudi Arabia, the kind of disgraced previous South Korean international who tried to blag his way out of voluntary military service. I gave them a rating of A- in that transfer article, and I think they've added some good quality to the team and not really lost much. Obviously, they've got the two-time K-League top goal scorer, Jeonbuk. He's going to be up there with Martin Adam. It'll be interesting how they kind of either pair off together. Apparently they've been training together, or which I think is more likely kind of taking turns playing, with that one man up front. As well as that, we've got a couple of good young players coming back. So ones to watch would be obviously Cho Hyun-taek, who's been down in K-League 2, tearing it up for the past few seasons in the Team of the Year. They've also got Kang Yoon-gu, who played for Busan last year. He's a little bit younger, but could get some more game time this year. Other ones to watch in the team would be Eun-won Sang, the right winger. Is incredibly talented. Unlucky to miss out on going to the World Cup, and he was the top goal scorer last season from out wide, and he missed a good part of the season. Even still, he managed to be top goal scorer. Ulsan kick off against their main rivals just a couple of weeks away on the 25th of February. And that is Jeonbuk. They're based in the city of Jeonju, which is on the west side of Korea, and they've been kind of dominating the league in the past couple of years. They talk about the kind of winning DNA that they have. And obviously they didn't win the league last year, but they did win the FA Cup, and they got pretty far in the Asian Champions League as well. But they have had a bit of a turnover in the team this year. They've got, I think, considerably younger. I've given them a B+ for their transfer dealings. I think they've brought in some really impressive talent. I'm really excited to get this front three of Cho Gu-sung, who looks like he's staying until at least the summer. Lee Dong-jun, who probably play on the right side of a 4-3-3. And then they have Song Min-gyu, who I think will play on the left side. Barrow has left, but I think Song Min-gyu will provide a nice balance to the attack. Lee Dong-jung is very quick. He can go to the byline, get balls in the cross. They've got Kim Moon-hwan as well, can do similar things. They've got a lot of pace on that side. Song Min-gyu can cut in, and he's a real threat in the air as well for balls coming in. And obviously Cho Gu-sung has that quality as well. In terms of at the back, they've got Jong Tae-wook, the giant. He'll be a massive threat at set pieces and stuff. They have lost Song Bung-kum in nets. He's off to Japan. I'm not entirely convinced by Jeong Min-gi, who's come up from the second division, but do keep an eye for his kind of style. He goes for the old paint below the eyes, the kind of American football style. He does save a lot of penalty kicks, so watch out for that as well. So them two face off on the opening day. There's going to be, it's always been quite fiery. The last meeting was amazing. If you're going to watch one game from last year, watch that one, the previous meeting where Ulsan pretty much won the title. That was quite fiery, that game. In the off-season, Jeonbuk has been critical of Ulsan's Jun Amano, who has now left Ulsan and has joined Jeonbuk, saying he was the worst Japanese he's ever met or something like that. It all got very nasty, and Ulsan released a completely unimportant document saying that they did that. It was a bit of a tit for tat. Amano denied it, and very strange, really, in all. So those are the top two. They're quite obviously going to be battling out again, but we're going to include another one who's going to be our final contender. And I predicted this team to finish bottom last year. Egg on my face. But it's Incheon United. They have won the transfer market. There's no doubt about that. I've given them an A, of course. They've brought in the player of the year, Shin Jin-ho, from Pohang, who finished third last year. Incheon finished fourth. Incheon's probably most famous for the airport, because that's the main airport in Korea. Maybe even the Korean War, and big up Liam Neeson as well from that movie. But in terms of football, it's a beautiful stadium that they have. The pitch isn't great, as we know, but the fans are fantastic, make a lot of noise, and if you get a chance, go visit that stadium in Korea. They're up at third for me because of what they've done in the transfer market. It's not only Shin Jin-ho, who will be, I think, as good as he was last season. No signs that he would fall off or not be able to adapt. He's done it at Ulsan, FC Seoul, a number of top clubs in Korea. But they've also added Jerso from Jeju. He's one of the, firstly, one of the best paid players in the K-League, but also one of the best. He's got great acceleration, can beat pretty much every defender, one-on-one situations, draw fouls, get penalties, get goals, get assists, and that's a big coup for Incheon. They also have Hernandez, who's coming back from an injury. That'll feel like a new signing. They only got him in the last summer window, so their attack's looking potent. Shin Jin-ho is a massive player who will run the team in the middle of the park. He'll play alongside Lee Myung-ju, who in himself is a fantastic player. They're very solid. They've added well. In the wing-back area is maybe an area that I would say I'm more concerned about. I'm not convinced they've got great talent there, but they might kind of stick to their 3-4-3. They've got Kim Dong-hyun in nets, who won the kind of goalkeeping index. He saved more than he let in based on the XG numbers, and very exciting to see what Incheon can do. It'll be a big step up, even to go the third. They'll be competing in the Asian Champions League for the first time as well, so they've got to balance that off. But those are the players I'm kind of excited to see. They start the season against FC Seoul, who is also a local rival, the Gyeonggi Derby. That'll be an interesting game. Past couple of games have been a bit very tight, but very needly. There was an incident a couple of years ago where Incheon players celebrated a bit too much, and the home fans after the very sad death of FC Seoul player. And that's created a bit more needle, but there always has been. But that's it for our contenders. We'll be back for our other parts. Thanks for listening.